What do y'all think it was where we got to the point where people take social media so serious, right? I feel like for years it was like a disconnect between like, all right, sometimes we would go online and check up on different stuff, but now it's like the social media world has like morphed into like part of our lives versus before it was like the internet was a different world in a sense. Now it's like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like intertwined. I don't know if it was the monetization of everything, everybody trying to be a content creator, everybody trying to be a streamer, everybody trying to be a TikToker, everybody trying to be a YouTuber, but it's really not that serious. Like, a lot of people don't look how they look online. You feel what I'm saying? I told y'all, I don't look like this. When you see me in person, you be like, dang, what the fuck? This nigga, he catfishing like a motherfucker. Say no, but like, for real, like, people look different than they do online. That's not the point. I'm not trying to throw no shots at nobody. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the life that people put online is a completely different life than they really live. You feel what I'm saying? And then people be... I remember, listen, I was having a conversation with this girl, right? I'm on the phone with her and stuff. And we was talking about life. And we was talking about, like, bettering our lives and stuff. And she was like, I'm thinking about deleting my social media. She like, you ever just be on social media and you feel like... you see everybody doing this and then the X, Y, and Z. Same rhetoric that everybody talk about on social media. She's like, oh yeah, you kind of like feel like you behind. I don't have that feeling. You feel what I'm saying? I really don't. It's just like, if I'm playing basketball, right? If I'm playing basketball and I'm getting good and I see somebody way better than me, it's going to motivate me to do better. I never look at other people and be like, dang, man, I wish I had that, or dang, like, you feel what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the problem. Like, I don't know what it is in this generation, especially with social media. I feel like envy, jealousy, hate has turned up on a different level. Mind you, we had social media before in the early days. You feel what I'm saying? We had Facebook, and then we had MySpace. During the Facebook and MySpace days, Facebook's still around, but during the peak of those apps, it never felt like this much jealousy and hate and stuff. I don't know if this came around when people started making money online, but flexing wasn't that serious. People was living in their own lane before. What changed? Right? People were more authentic before. People were more genuine before. Right? Why did egos become so crazy on social media? I'm gonna give you an example, right? The Women Crush Wednesdays. You could be like, oh, this is my Women Crush Wednesday, and not feel like I'm doing too much, or she gonna try to play me, or she gonna ignore me, or whatever the case may be. You can do Women Crush Wednesdays, right? That's one example of authenticity and just being you and saying how you feel, right? Bang, you had To Be Honest. To Be Honest, you sit there and break down authentically. Now, some people probably was throwing shots and being shady, but for the most part, from what I witnessed in high school and a little bit before high school, middle school and stuff, people was doing To Be Honest, and it was To Be Honest, and they was saying how they felt about these people. For some reason, the care has went out the window. Lack of empathy. Now it's lack of empathy. Now it's suppress all your emotions. Now it's like, even the people that's close to me that I talk to on a day-to-day basis, it feel like it's like, not me personally, you feel what I'm saying? I'm a loner, but like, it feels like everything is about like some type of hidden animosity. People don't want to show love to nobody unless that person show love to them. Before it was just like, oh, that's, you know what I'm saying, I rock with you. You feel me? Y'all can't tell me y'all don't know the tweak. Like, it's been a shift, a crazy shift within like the last 4 or 5 years that is weird out here. Especially when it comes to social media. Not only the jealousy, the envy, the comparison, but just the vibe. And like I said, social media was something that we went on every once in a while, or like, you get off school, you will go on social media, or you get off work, whatever. Now it's like life. People at work feeling like they gotta record what they're doing, or they. I remember, I'm another story. I'm out with my friends playing ball, right, out in Philly, right. I'm out with my friends or whatever. And I'm at the park, and it just dawned on me, right? I'm a deep thinker. It just dawned on me. I'm like, I was telling my homie, I'm like, yo, ain't it weird how, and this is how deep I think. I said, ain't it weird how, like, if we all at the park and we just chilling, I got a regular face on, I might laugh every once in a while, lay the ball up like, and one, ha ha ha, kiki, we cracking jokes with each other. Ain't it crazy how when we put the camera up, if I do this, if I'm at like the park or whatever, and I'm with my friends and I'm like, yo, we out here, and we all be like, hey, yo, it's good. Or we be like, he's smiling and whatever, and then when the camera go up, everybody be like regular or whatever. You feel me? Like, I feel like that's not normal. I mentioned that to my friend, and he was just like, oh, I didn't really think about it like that. I'm like, to be honest, the authentic way to do it would just be like, however you are, like, or like, or whatever, you feel me? Or smile if you want, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's this performance. And that little instance that I just explained is like times 10 now. Everything has to be performance. You know what I'm saying? I gotta crop this picture. I don't do that. I'm not throwing shots at nobody, but I know somebody used to do that. I gotta crop this picture this way so it can look this way, X, Y, and Z. You feel me? You want your pictures to look nice, but what I'm saying is like different. I'm mentioning all these elements because for some reason social media is different now. It's different. It's a different type of energy. It's a different type of jealousy. It's a different type of hate. It is everybody trying to do the same thing or be the same thing in order to look a certain way. And if they actually get what they think they need, like being a content creator or being a popular whatever the case may be, I feel like a lot of these people probably still wouldn't be happy because that's not really what they want. That's just what they think people. That's just what they think people. That's just what they think people think they should have. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. It's weird. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like money took over and attention took over. And I'm somebody that's made videos since I was little. I'm somebody who likes money too, but like, we've never been at a point now where attention and money drove us to this point. It's different right now. If you get what I'm saying, comment below. Like, it's different.